Hi, I'm Charlene and this is my kitchen. Well, today we are making a chicken tamale pie made my way. And I have put a saucepan on a medium-low heat and we'll be using a really good brand of black beans in here. I started to put them in there already. So I'm going to finish putting the 1 can in there. We're using 2 cans of this in here. So that we can get this started. And I get the cans where you can just pop the lid open. That's much easier for a lot of people out there that, if you have arthritis, you can just pop that lid, even if you have to sort of pop it with a utensil at one end just to crack it open. And then I rinse them a little. Some black beans have a lot of salt to them. I don't really like the liquid. To me, that I don't know, I just don't like it. So we're going to cook that down on that heat a little. Now, yes, I do have chicken. I baked the chicken earlier in the oven. And I am going to be adding garlic to this. You know how I am. I love my garlic. So, yes, garlic will be going into this. I'm going to be adding back in some chicken. The chicken that I baked earlier today, which is in this bowl. That is 5 chicken thighs. Yes, I do use chicken thighs a lot. And then we'll be adding in a can of tomato paste into this because you want the flavor. You need the thickening agent in there, and that's what the tomato paste is. So let me grab the garlic out of the fridge real quick. And it's right here. So I can just add that in. And at least a tablespoon of garlic as always. I gotta get some more garlic because this jar is just about empty. Yes, I love my garlic that much. Really do. Now you can get the garlic that is already pre-skinned, pre-shelled or shelled. Yes, I'm just about out of that garlic. From a few stores, and just mince it up yourself, which sometimes that's how I like to get it. If I'm just going to be doing a quick meal, I like to get it already minced, and that way I can just scoop it out of the jar like that. Makes it real easy. You know what I mean? It does make it real easy if you're doing a quick meal like this. Now, something I like to do, it's already smelling good in here. Just a little bit of something and it already smells good. Something else you can add into this is the hickory and mesquite. Just get that little bold something. That little bit of country flavor down into it. And you only really need 1 capful each. Cutting back on that sodium again. 1 capful each. So you are just wanting that flavor, but not too much sodium. And we'll put these back. That's what keeps your kitchen cleaner. Putting stuff back immediately. That way you don't really have to clean up too much. While you're cooking. Yep. Like I said, you really get that nice flavor off of this. And now, when it comes down to the chicken, like you've already taken the bone out, you don't really have to cut it up. You can just take your hands and just pull it apart, just like that. Just pull it apart, put it into the pan, or to the pot, put it back in there. So you just rip it apart. If you have frustrations in the day, just rip it apart. That's your frustrations. You're like, oh, you have something that angered you during the day. You're like, taking out your anger. Kind of like if you have Gym with a punching bag. Take out your frustrations on that punching bag. Yes, I used to use a punching bag. Pick up my frustrations on that. That's a great workout. I need to get another one. Great for cardio. Great for toning your body, strengthening. It really is. It's great for that. But yes, just going to get all this in here. And you can just take it in your hand and just basically run your thumb through it. Just run your thumbs through it, and then just like you take a lot of it in your hands and just do it that way. I'm almost done with all of this chicken. Putting it in here like that. Because, you know, you're really going to add this into a nice sized dish. You need to have a lot of it in there. And this can last you for a couple of days, depending on who you're feeding and how many. And then you have the nutritional value in there. Now your beans are protein. Yes, beans do have fat, but there's good fat and there's bad fat. There's good cholesterol, there's bad cholesterol. There's good carbs and there's bad carbs. There's good and bad to everything. It's like a yin and a yang. Okay, all done taking the chicken out of that bowl. Let me wash my hands. Okay, now that I've done that, mix that down in there. Fix the camera a little bit. Hopefully I can get you guys angled down at what I'm doing here. There we go. That's a little better, isn't it? Yeah, I think that is better. You guys can see what I'm doing. And I already have the oven preheated for what I'm going to make for the cornmeal part of it, which is for the tamale part. And I already have that preheated at 425 degrees, which I'll probably reduce to 400 in a moment. Now that the beans are mixed in with the chicken like that, and I'm pretty sure you can see that, I'm going to go ahead and add in, so I'm going to remove the spoon, don't worry about that, the tomato paste. Now, if you guys remember the little trick in the one I showed you with this, it's just when you cut at both ends of the can, you just push that out, slide off one end, ta-da, and push that there. And that is an easy way to get as much tomato paste as possible out of the can. Yes, you can do this to the can. I know that's a little canny there, isn't it? Rinse that off. Not like it's a rotten tomato or anything, but yeah, you can just put that in there like that, and it's a lot easier to get your tomato paste into your dish that way. And I will show you that in a minute because I have to get that stirred in there. Excuse the hiccup. Sometimes hiccups happen. Turn the heat down a little. put just a hint of my favorite ingredient. Which also means I'm going to put 1 pat of butter in this. So, and then I'm going to turn off the heat and move on to the cornbread portion of this. Hold on, back with the butter. Back with the butter. Yes, I do try to make a little bit of this a little bit comical. It helps. A little laughter in your life doesn't hurt. Makes the world better. I always say laughter is the best medicine. Okay, so let's get that right down in there. And that was only 1 pat. In fact, that was a very thin pat. So like I said before, that you have the old version of a pat of butter, which wasn't thick. It was that thinner pat. Yeah, that one. And nowadays it's like 3 of the old pats of butter. Yeah, that's what today's pat of butter is the old version of, 3 pats of the old version. Okay, and now that let me get you in the light there, or I should just bring you over. Yeah, I shall just bring you over here and bring you over that deliciousness. And I'm going to take the spoon out of that, and we will start the process of the cornbread part. I will turn the heat off on this real quick. Don't mind me, I like to make this smoothed out. I don't know why. Since the oven's already preheated, the other part's not going to take too long. So we are going to take our big bowl right here, clean this up a little bit, so I have some room, and I'll show you how we do this now. Now, like I said yesterday, normally you would have to use flour in this, and since I can't have flour, you're going to substitute that with extra cornmeal. So let's start the process on this, shall we? We need, because we're going to substitute that, 2 cups. 2 cups. Not 1, but 2. And since I'm actually doing a pretty good size amount of this, I'm going to double this. So that's 1. Technical difficulties with the package. That happens. I've had that happen in previous shows in the past. Technical difficulties with the ketchup lid. It was kind of funny. It happened with the old chicken meatloaf recipe. Okay, well, I think basically it's like, yeah, we're going to do pretty good with this. It's what's left of what you saw me using for the chicken meatloaf. So it's like small package. It's like half of It's like basically a pound of, since this is 2 pounds of this, it would be like a pound of yellow corn milk. Okay, and I'm just going to use the recipe off the back of this because this is good. And I'm not going to tell you the brand because, well, I don't really like the label. Not really. And we'll put in the baking powder. Teaspoons, yep. So that's teaspoons. It calls for 3. And since I just doubled the recipe, it calls for 6. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm not going to put in too much, really. I think I'm just going to go in a half. Yep, that's about it. So that's your leveling agent. Make everything pop up. Everything all puppy. Yes, it does. And then you want your sugar. And like I said, I don't use a white granulated sugar. I use raw sugar. Yes, I do. And raw sugar is really sweet. Sweet, sweet. It really is. Sorry for my frizzy hair today. It's like this weather is weird. And sugar is 1/4 of a cup. 1/4 and 1/4 is a half. If you know how to do your measurements, you know that. Take a rocket scientist. So, I'm going to use a little less than a half. As you can see, raw sugar. It's dark. That means it's natural. Like I said, I like naturopath better and naturopathic products, or just natural products altogether, rather than bleached. Putting chemicals into your body is just not good for you. Just not good for you. Okay, well, we need 2 eggs. Two eggs. With my word strength, it only takes 1 crack. Now, I don't beat the eggs up before I put them in. I think that's a little weird. Even though the recipe calls for it, I don't do that. And since you would normally do this with 1 egg, and since I doubled the recipe, it's 2. And then last but not least is the milk, which is 1 cup normally, but you know, it's 2. Let me rinse that egg off. We don't need salmonella. Now, salmonella, if you're a lizard owner or snake owner, something that you can get off your little creatures. So always be careful when you're handling them. That is something that you can get off your little scaly friends. So always be careful with them. Always make sure you wash your hands before and after handling. So you want to make sure everybody's safe. A friend of mine, she had an iguana, and her iguana literally died from salmonella. It literally had salmonella, and they didn't even know it. Did not know it. And poor thing, she didn't know her little animal had salmonella. One day when I lived in Philadelphia, and this was funny, just check your bananas. When you buy them at certain stores, they come from other countries, check your bananas. I was getting my bananas at a store one day, and I was trying to figure out why the heck is my bag rattling, right? And out from my bag that my bananas were in comes this little iguana. It was a baby one. And it was funny. I didn't expect an iguana to come out from the bag that the bananas were in. It's been hiding in between the bananas. It's kind of funny. You never know. Never know what comes from other countries. Hiding in your fruit, in between the bananas. It's an iguana, you know. You can't help that. They don't know any better. They're just looking for a safe place to chill. Okay, well, stir that up. Stir it up. Hopefully, I can get you guys a good view of that. That will be enough to pour over the top for the tamale pie. In fact, I'm going to bring pork over here and break that down a little bit better. Because if you don't have certain tools in your house, use a fork. Use a fork. May the fork be with you. I know that's silly, right? May the fork be with you. Little Star Wars joke there for you. I'm that nerd. Like Star Trek, Star Wars. Kardashians look like Jabba the Hutt. Okay, that's broken a little more. So we can take this pan. Actually, this is the pan I used earlier to put the chicken in. And even though it looks really big, it probably will be, but it's okay because you're going to have everything around it. And let me get my spray. Here, not showing you the label. Cooking spray. Spray your pan. Make sure you spray good. Don't leave it on the stove like that. Make sure you spray good. Get really good, even on the sides. And then you're like, wow, that's a lot. Not really, because you're spraying from a distance. Not really getting too much on it. And then what you're going to do is take the insides for your tamale pie. Wash the stream again. Yes, there's still soap on the towel, on the rake, so wash the box for it. Always make sure of that. Always make sure. No, I'm not from Jersey, but I always make sure. I have friends from Jersey. I have friends from Philly that live in Jersey. Actually like it better in Jersey. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe it's cleaner than Philly. That's the truth. Here, just got to keep your workspace clean. Always, always. Always, always. Dust anything. As you can see, yes, that does. And I'll show you that. Let me put that down here a little bit more. A little bit more turn it. As you can see, this is actually filling the pan. Filling it up quite a bit. You guys are probably like, I don't know if that's really going to fill that. Yes, as you can see, yes, it actually is filling this pan. Oh, this is going to be lovely. My friend Rocco's never had tamale pie. This is going to be a treat for him. Put a little bit of sour cream on the top of this. It's like he never wanted to have liver and onions before. Until he tried mine. You might think, ew, gross, liver and onions. No, yum. I mean, even though it comes from a certain part of an animal, and you know what the liver has to process in the body, just don't think about that part. Just don't think about that part. I'm gonna put a little more milk in there. Not even a fourth of a cup of milk in there. That was like maybe a dribble. Just a dribble. So you let that sit for a moment. That's going to start to thicken. What you really want to do, the cornbread part at the end, or you pour it over the top. Yes, you do. Watch that spoon one more time because I am actually going to use it. Because I need it for the cornbread part. Yes, I do. Because this, my friends, is going straight in the oven. In the oven. Now you thought, okay, well maybe that might not have been enough cornbread to cover the top. Actually, that was plenty. That was more than plenty, and I am very proud of it because, oh my gosh, this, like I said, this cuts back on anybody that has the wheat allergies. Now we're not really going to have to worry about this, except for we have to see how this is really going to turn out. Really going to turn out. We are going to leave this in the oven for 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. And I would say 20 minutes, really. I would say 20 minutes. This goes in the oven for 20 minutes. And that's going to be great. 20 minutes. Uncovered. This does not get covered. Uncovered. For 20 minutes. Because right here, uncovered. Mind me, it's the light in here is a little shiny on my eyes. So 20 minutes. This will be done, and I will see you guys soon. Next time, actually, right here on Charlene's Kitchen. Stay blessed.